Hey, I want to show you this quick AI sandbox. We added 2 new prompts today. Very excited about them because they're tools that you would use to talk to clients. And then the second one is a social media post that tells stories. So very excited. Let me get started with it. I'm going to go into AI Sandbox. I'm your host, Damon Nelson, along with my partner, Wayne Atkinson. Welcome to the AIMasher videos. And this is the AI Sandbox. And I'm going to go into SEO. And now you can choose your own API keys as long as you've got them in integrations. We do OpenAI, Anthropic, and Gemini. Or if you've got OpenRouter, you can put in there and use anything in there. So I'm going to show you real quick on using my API. I'm going to use Gemini. Gemini just added a few new prompts, and I've got it all updated. And let's go in and do a website grader. Okay, and I'm going to look at the Flash Experimental, or you can do this Flash Thinking. This is a very good deep reasoning model to use, and it kind of thinks on its own before it starts giving you a response. So I'm going to use English, confident, informative, leave that there. Copywriter. This is new, okay? And we have all the, I think we've got 15 or 20 of the top copywriters in the world. And it is mimicking their style. We've taken all their content, well, not all their content. We've taken a little bit of their content and created a style for each of them. I love Frank Kern and John Benson. Those are my 2 favorite. That's why they're at the top. Eugene Schwartz is a great one. Ryan Dias, probably one of the best copywriters that is online today. David Ogilvy. You should recognize a lot of these. Clayton Makepeace is a really good one, and so is John Carlton. Gary Vincivinga, if you can now pronounce that right. And let me show you another one that you may recognize, Dan Kennedy. A lot of good ones in here. I'm just going to go with Frank Kern. He writes on about an 8th grade reading level, very short sentences, pop, and the call to actions are really good. So I'm going to go ahead and use Frank Kern. Now, we are doing a website, so you can just take off the copywriter if you don't need it. I'm going to do a website grade, but I'm going to leave the copywriter off on this one. I'm going to show you on the storytelling. Now, we're going to put in AIMasher. Let's see if I got the sales page up. Yep. So this is our AIMasher sales page. If you'll notice, I made it bigger fonts, bigger everything. For the hard to read people, the older generation like me. And so I'm going to copy that URL, come back over here. This is the only thing you have to put in here. And you hit execute. Now, the cool thing is with our sandbox tools, you can test different models to see the outputs that they have. This is one of the most recent ones from Google, and I'm going to test it against the O1 Mini. So it puts it out in Markdown language, but let's go down here. I'll show you a real quick trick. Convert it to HTML, make it very readable, okay? So we got a score, speed score 65 out of 100, SEO, structure, okay? So it breaks down that here's the 3 speed issues: large image sizes, unminified. This is great, lack of browser caching. So if you want to talk to a client, you can give them this report. This is just idea for a client to kind of see where their site needs help on, and for you to talk to them about it. Missing inadequate meta descriptions. You could do this in an afternoon and probably charge a client a few $100s to update all their meta descriptions, or send it off to a VA to do. Missing schema. Probably every website's going to have something missing schema in here. Okay, website structure. This is great. Summary. Now, to give it to a client, copy all of it, put it in an email and say, hey, I looked at your website today. Here's the grade you got. Call me if you'd like, and we can talk about it and see what we can do to help you. So that is using Gemini. Let's just flip it over, and I'm going to go to OpenAI. I got to come back and flip into Website Grader, and come down here and go, we're going to use O1 Mini. Now, these 2 models are not working today. Likely they'll be working Friday. I think that's going to be the 7th. Yeah, it's going to be February 7th if you're watching this on a replay. And it's just a temperature bug we got to fix. But let's go ahead and run O1 Mini. And see, we fixed it by graying it out here. And if you'll notice, you could still put in the temperature on 01. You don't need temperatures at all. In fact, they don't even take them on all the new models. Okay, so there's 01 Mini. Leave all that the same, skip Copywriter and hit execute. Now, I like doing the different models because I can kind of see which one is better at writing articles, which one's better at research, and which one's better at analytics. Okay, website performance. Let's come down here. It's markdown, and we're going to flip it over. Okay. Oh, this gave me a table. I kind of like that. So let's see. And it's giving some references. This is not bad. Very similar scoring. And this is perfect to copy into a Word doc or a Google Doc and share it with your client or put it straight into an email. So there's website speed. Top 3 issues. Never, I should say, I've not heard of this in a long time, the Contentful Paint. Okay, here's some solutions. Now, guys, this is better. This is problems, solutions. I like this. Minimize JavaScript blocking rendering, deferred non-critical. Wow. This is telling you exactly what to do, and give this to your client. Your client's not going to go out and do this. 1 out of 100 is actually going to put this into practice. Wow, this is really good. Now, this is 01 Mini. Summary of actions. You got a checklist and copy clipboard, or you just copy the entire thing, hit Control A and Control C to copy. Okay? Very, very easy to do. I'm going to try one other thing. I've been playing around with DeepSeek, so SEO, and I'm going to come down here and go Website Grader. Let's see what this new DeepSeek R1. So as you notice, OpenRouter has a lot to choose from. Here is R1. Okay, now this is good. Actually, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use Nitro. It's a little bit faster. DeepSeek takes a little bit more time. So I'm just going to hit execute. Okay, it's done. Let's see what DeepSeek had to say. Convert Markdown to HTML. Okay. This is why you want to try all of them. So Google PageSpeed Insights, Ahrefs, and Screwing Frog. Okay. Here's some website speed issues. Here's the solution. Okay, it's not very detailed solutions, but it is a quick chart, quick wins. I like this little section here. So what you might want to do is try piecing a few of these together. This is it's not as detailed as I like the 01 Mini, but it has some good features. Okay, so that is prompt number 1 that we added in the Sandbox. So let's take a look at the other one. Now this is a fun one. This is AI Sandbox. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to use API keys, OpenAI, and I'm going to come down to copywriting and come over here to the storytelling prompt. And we're going to use 01 Mini and English Confident Copywriter. Now this is where you want to put a copywriter in there. So let's go with John Benson. We're going to tell a story here and add a topic to discuss. And since it's a story, you want to relate it to a past fact or story or topic that you've had in the past. So I'm going to create one and relate it to, let's say, Columbus discovering the New World. Okay, 2 completely different topics. Let's see how it looks. I'm going to use John Benson and hit execute. To make a story, you've got to have some fact-based story or idea or topic that you can tie it into. So this is why I like blending a point in history with what we're trying to describe today. Okay, so I'm going to come down here, go convert Markdown to HTML. Let's see it. Setting sail, the voyage begins. Cold email is much like Columbus's daring journey, venturing into unknown waters to connect with potential customers. Plotting the course, research, and targeting. This is good. So before Columbus set sail, he studied maps, gathered information. Similarly, successful cold emailing. Great. I mean, I could see this being used in social posts and in blogs just to create a fun article, okay? So let's change it up a little bit. I'm going to come over here to Open Router, and we're going to use let's come back here to storytelling. Keep everything. I'm going to change the copywriter. I'm going to change this. Now, Metalama 408, this is not a bad prompt to use. In fact, if you're going to use it, is definitely use the instruct here. But I'm going to go down. I'm going to go ahead and use DeepSeek again, trying it out. Open Router. Let's go DeepSeek. Do R1. John Benson. And I'm going to hit execute. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, here we go. Markdown language. This is maybe a little bit shorter. Convert Markdown. Let's see. Quest for New Worlds. Cold emailing like Columbus. Okay, it's interesting. He had a why. He believed in a shorter trade route. What you need. Define your spice route before setting sail. I like this. This is kind of clever. Build your fleet, then trim the sails. This is kind of fun. I do like that. So we'll try one more. And Dan Kennedy is kind of long-winded, but he always tells a story. So let's go in and we're going to use Dan Kennedy. See if we can get something a little bit different. There he is. And now I'm going to come up and I'm going to use Gemini. So I'm going to come over here to Gemini. Come down here, the storytelling prompt. And let's use the Flash Experimental. I think that's they got Pro in here now. Wow, that was fast. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use Pro, but I'm going to use the thinking part. So it does a little bit more reasoning and thinking about it before it gives you the output. So let's try that one first, okay? And I don't think temperature is involved, but I always like to put it at 0.5 just in case. So we'll see how fast that is versus the DeepSeek. Now the DeepSeek that's in Open Router is using their servers. They're not in China, so there's not a data leakage. As if you went with the free version of DeepSeek, there is data leaking. Okay, ahoy there, mateys. Okay, let's go down and see what Dan has to say. I would probably, I don't know if I'd use that. Setting sail your cold email voyage. He had a goal. Think of your target audience, charting your course. Okay, this is okay. I mean, I do like the navigating waters where he's comparing side by side. But let's go in and I'm going to go with Victor Schwab. This is a 1950s, 60s copywriter, and I'm going to change it up just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use this Pro to see what it does. In fact, Pro Experimental 2.5. That's the most recent. Tell me about how to do cold emails and relate it to Columbus discovery of the New World. And hit execute. So we changed copywriters and we tweaked up the model to use the Pro Experimental 2.5. Okay. I charted why cold email feels like explorer. Think about it. Some maps. Sending cold email can feel the same way. You're venturing in unknown territory. Okay. This is good. Who is your India? What are your ships? Who are your crew? I like this part right here. It's taking a very good comparison. First sighting, crafting your subject line. This is not bad. Making landfall, the body of your email. Establishing trade, build relationships, not just making sales, and analyze and adapt. After reading this, I could probably tune it up just a little bit and make it exactly. This is not bad. So give this a try. These are the two new Sandbox prompts that we've added in February. Hope you enjoy them and if you're watching this video and you don't have AIMasher, we have a special 10% off Valentine's coupon code. Use the word Valentine's and you could save 10% off AIMasher on any of the plans. Sandbox is included in all the AIMasher plans. So we'll see you on another video. Thank you.